Hello family, I want to welcome you back again to this YouTube channel. Godwin Freeman is my name, your certified relationship coach. And today I have a question I've decided to answer. So someone asked me, my partner keeps in touch with his friends of the opposite sex and I am very uncomfortable with it. What do I do? So I've seen these questions asked multiple times and sometimes people struggle because the issue has been that sometimes third parties and friends and families try to infiltrate the quality of a romantic relationship. And sometimes you struggle to draw the balance between your partner and outsiders, or your partner and friends, especially of the opposite sex. So that is why this question was asked. The first reference I will give is that no matter what the issue may be, you need to first choose your partner, okay? No matter the issue that may come, no matter the tempers that may arise, you need to still choose your partner no matter what. Your partner must come first. Does that mean that other relationships are not important? No, they are equally important. But what I'm saying is that in your scale of preferences, in your scale of priority, you need to choose your partner over your friends. The next thing I would again advise is that when it comes to friends and people of the opposite sex outside of the relationship, both of you must be determined to keep mutual friends, okay? So that both of you can be friends to this person. I am a bit hesitant to ask you to deny your partner of their concern about a friend of the opposite sex if this person doesn't even regard your partner in the first place, if this person doesn't treat your partner as a person of worth or value, or if this person did not even agree with you deciding to be with this person in the first place, it becomes a bit of a challenge. That is why I first gave the preamble that you need to choose your partner at any cost, because you decided to be in the relationship with them. That means that you can't eat your cake and want to have it. So you need to choose them when it has to be with choosing between your partner and your friend. And you shouldn't let your partner feel like your friends are trying to compete over your heart, or are trying to compete over them in your heart, or your friends are trying to get more attention from you than they should get from you. That is why you need to choose your partner at all costs, except it's in a toxic situation where you guys are just whiling away time. There is no commitment in that relationship or whatnot. But that is for another discussion. However, if you guys are serious about your relationship, it's a committed relationship, both of you are on the same wavelength and on the same page and are like-minded, then no matter what, you need to still choose your partner over your friends. Then the second point is that both of you must be determined to have mutual friends. So I wouldn't advise that you entertain friends who don't even value your partner. I wouldn't advise that you entertain friends who don't see your partner as a person of worth, who are not even interested in your relationship with this person. No, those people can't be friends, because eventually they are going to corrupt your heart against the person that you are going out with. So both of you must be determined to make mutual friends. Now, mutual friend, in some cases, it may not be that your partner may be interested in these friends that you are having, but at least they know that you are friends, and this your friend also respects the relationship you are having with this individual. So that is what I mean by mutual. But in cases that is healthy and sound, sometimes your partner can also be invested in such a relationship, or they will also see your partner as a person of importance, and you can be able to build that bond, the three of you. So it makes it a bit mutual. That means that you know that this person has regard for your partner. You know this person respects and honors your partner. That helps in a lot of cases, so that at the end of the day, this person doesn't turn against you or doesn't turn against your relationship. The third advice I will give is that you need to sit down with your partner and ask them why they are uncomfortable with the kind of relationships you are having. So this case, it was the lady telling me that her boyfriend is keeping friends with the opposite sex and she's getting a bit uncomfortable. So hopefully, if you are the guy and she has been able to open up to you, instead of you to just brush it off, instead of you to invalidate her feeling, instead of you to treat it as a piece of trash, instead of you to say, oh, she's trying to worry about nothing, you should rather sit her down and ask her vivid questions. Why is she feeling uncomfortable? Probably it may be her own trauma or her own insecurities as a result of past issues that she has experienced. Probably the boyfriend, her ex, cheated on her with a friend of the opposite sex. That is why she gets uncomfortable when she sees other friends of the opposite sex coming to you. Okay, it may not mean that you are going to cheat on them. It may only mean that when they see that scenario, it triggers some unresolved past memories they have. So it may be stemming from their own insecurities. Secondly, it may be that there are some actions or reactions or inactions that you are engaging with this person of the opposite sex that is propelling such a mindset in the life of your partner. So sometimes it may not be that your partner is trying to overreact or your partner is trying to exaggerate. It may be that the way you are going out with this person of the opposite sex, the way you guys are talking during odd hours, the way you guys are fidgeting, and it looks like you guys are flirting, at least so far as she can tell. All these actions of yours are going to breed insecurities in her because you are trying to make your friend of the opposite sex a priority over this person that you are going out with. And she's the person you pledged a long life commitment with. That means that, like I said in the first point, your partner must come first at any given day. If this friend of the opposite sex calls you for an emergency and your partner also calls you for an emergency, you need to learn to attend to your partner first before this person of the opposite sex, so that your partner will not feel that you are prioritizing your friendships over your romantic relationship. That is why you need to sit them down and ask them questions why they are getting uncomfortable with how you are treating this person in particular. Probably you guys are having light-hearted conversations. You guys are talking during odd hours. You guys are having odd conversations. You guys are talking at length. She calls you the first time, they said the number is busy. She calls you the second time, the number is again busy. Over the following day, she calls you again, and it looks like you are still consistently keeping in touch with this person. No, you are going to breed insecurities in them. So you need to also assess yourself and ask yourself, why is your partner feeling this way? What are you doing to contribute to these insecurities and trust issues your partner may be having? Because probably your actions, your reactions, and your inactions is the one fueling these insecurities your partner is having. So you need to sit your partner down and ask them questions. Ask them that what have they seen you do that makes them feel, or that makes it look like you are prioritizing this friendship over your romantic relationship. And if you can be honest to listen to them, they can probably give you some answers, some cues, because sometimes you may not know the actions that you are putting forth that is breeding this insecurity in your partner, just in a name to keep this friend of the opposite sex. So you need to be mindful of that. The final food for thought I want to leave with you in this question is that, are you guys even good friends enough? Because what I've seen is people are in romantic relationships, yet they have close friends outside of the relationship. You are in a romantic relationship, yet you have a bestie or a best friend outside of that romantic relationship, especially he or she is a person of the opposite sex. When you have that unhealthy dynamic, what you are doing is that you are going to create a lot of tension in your relationship. Because why should you have a partner, a romantic partner that you have pledged to do life with, and you are still having a best friend somewhere that you are carrying certain sensitive and secretive conversations with that even your partner is not aware of? That is unhealthy. I always tell people, see, whatever conversation you have with a friend outside of your relationship, especially of the opposite sex, that you are afraid to discuss with your partner, it means that there is something wrong. It means that danger is posing at you. And if your partner is able to find out that sensitive conversations, you know that your relationship is going down the drain. So if there is any best friend, you need to make a best friend out of your partner. If there is any close friend, you need to make a close friend out of your partner. So you guys are supposed to be deliberate and intentional about joining your interests together, having a mutual interest, so that these things can bond you guys, so that you guys can be more fond of each other, so that you guys can grow together, so that you guys can carry out all these conversations instead of you to be having them and enjoying them outside of the relationship with the opposite sex. Why don't you then turn to your partner for you guys to be enjoying these conversations? So the question I want to leave you is that, are you guys even good friends enough to begin with? Because sometimes the reason why he or she is seeking solace and comfort outside of the relationship is because that thing is lacking in the relationship. So if they are looking for a best friend somewhere, it's because that best friend scenario is lacking in your relationship. If they are looking for a close friend somewhere to share intimate stuff with, it is likely because conversation is not ongoing in this romantic relationship. So they are trying to look for what is missing in the relationship outside of the relationship. That is why it is expedient and imperative that both of you sit down to carry on a conversation and ask yourself, what is the missing piece in this relationship that is making you think you can find them outside of your romantic relationship with your friends, especially of the opposite sex? What is it that this friend of the opposite sex gives you that I'm not affording to give you? What is it that you are getting from this friend of the opposite sex that you think you are lacking in this relationship? We can discuss it. Maybe I'm too critical and judgmental. That is why you enjoy carrying conversations out with a person of the opposite sex. Then I can reduce my criticism and my judgmentalism. so that we can carry on a healthy and a sound conversation. Maybe I don't like exploring interest with you, but this person does that all the time. Okay, how can we come to a mutual agreement so that we can join our interests together? Then we can enjoy this interest as a team or as a partner. So the question I again want to leave you with is that, are you guys good friends enough? If the answer is no, then both of you should sit down and learn how to nurture and grow this relationship. The final food for thought I want to leave you is that no matter the scenario, no matter the situation, make sure you don't expose sensitive and secretive conversation that you have had with your partner with any person outside of the relationship, except by mutual consent. Except your partner has given you the liberty or the free will to do that, you are under no circumstance obliged whatsoever to share a very sensitive and light-hearted conversation that you have had with your partner with a person of the opposite sex. When you do that, you are breaking trust. Number two, you are breaking the confidentiality code. And what happens is that you will end up reporting issues in your relationship and what your partner is doing wrong with you to another person. And eventually they may give you advices that may break the quality and the sanity of your relationship in the long haul. Avoid reporting your spouse to your friends. Avoid reporting your partner to your family. Avoid reporting your partner to your fans. All these people, number one, they don't even have the whole information, because you are likely going to say the good part and you are going to leave the bad part out. So they are going to judge your partner for something that they don't have the full information to. And by so doing, they are also going to give you information that will suit you, but not necessarily give you the solution you need to help your relationship become better. So I always say, if you are going through a relationship crisis, instead of moving from one person to the other looking for sympathizers, ask for expert advice and professional counseling to help resolve your issue. Instead of hopping from one family member to the other, from one friend to the other, looking for someone to sympathize with you because this is what your baby has done against you or has done to you. So, to answer this question on your partner having friends with the opposite sex and it looks very uncomfortable, two of you should sit down and express your consent to your partner. Let them know where your head is at, and you guys can run through some of this food for thought I've given you, and I believe that your relationship can pick up again and you will enjoy the best that comes with your romantic relationships. Godwin Freeman here again, your certified relationship coach and advice. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, click on the notification bell, like this video, and share this video with your friends and your loved ones so that we can save a relationship out there. Thank you.